Hi, I'm Phil from Driftworks. This is my buddy Jay, and this is not my E36 M3, and it's not Jay's either.
I wish, sort of wish.
So yeah, this is it is a Driftworks car. It's a new addition to the fleet. It's the replacement for our GR Yaris, which has now gone. Some might think that's a little bit strange to get rid of the brand new GR Yaris track car that we've done with KW Club Sports, SSR wheels. It was absolutely incredible. But yeah, replacing it with something that is a lot closer to what we know, a lot closer to what we love, and that is knackered old rear-wheel drive BMW.
Four-wheel drive, not for us.
Yeah, four-wheel drive is not for us. That car was undoubtedly super quick, wasn't it? And James, this is James's car, basically my business partner, who you don't see too often, but still does come and do track days with us from time to time. He basically threw that GR Yaris around a lot. It was a bit of a almost terrifyingly fast car at times, wasn't it? Because the way four-wheel drive reacts, it's not really a natural thing.
Yeah, we don't find it natural.
It's just such a strange thing. I've done ice driving in Sweden in a four-wheel drive Evo rally car, and getting your head around how to countersteer or not countersteer, it's very difficult. So yeah, back to what we know, back to rear-wheel drive, and this is a 3.2 Evo. So Jay, go on, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's a pretty standard E36 Evo facelift, I guess.
It is, and Jay knows a lot about these. Because
I do like.
you had a very nice one, didn't you?
Yeah, a compact sort of one. But
yeah.
I don't really know what to say.
No, well, tell us what it's got on it currently.
What's it got on it?
It is a track car. It was a track car.
It has been a track car. It's got leader coilovers with remote reservoirs, which were once probably a fancy thing or an expensive thing. It's got Oz or OZ. I don't know how you say it, but Super T's. I think they are 18-inch all round.
Yeah.
It's got some sort of roll cage and bucket seat combo going on in there.
Yeah, stripped out. I mean, roll cage doesn't look too bad. But yeah, it is.
It's not. It's non-sunroof, which is a nice.
Yeah.
I like non-sunroof.
And a good colour, because you know.
It's not yellow though, is it?
Yeah, well, it's not yellow. I know you'd love a yellow one.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a project, but. In fact, first, I'll apologise for the mess round here that you may see, because I'm just reinventing the suspension entirely on that car once again, probably for the fourth time. So that's why there's loads of mess, grinding, etc. And it's quite poignant because that is not what this is about. This is not about inventing things.
It's about bolting things to it.
That is
that we sell.
Yeah, so it's going to have a set of HD monopros on it with we're going to do a version 2 revision that people will be able to buy once we've sorted it on this car. Basically, it will allow us to do more generic coilover style spring on the back, so we can change.
On the E30.
Yeah, so Jay's E30 that you saw us, did they see us developing that kit or not?
We did, yeah.
So we basically designed that to use a 125mm long coilover spring that allowed us to perfectly tune what rate we wanted in the rear. Front's always been easy. We've always carried coilover springs for HSDs for the front, but the rear was that, because it's inboard, it was that bulb style spring, but we've come up with a pretty decent way of using this 125mm spring that works really well on your car, doesn't it?
Yeah, it works absolutely no problem, and it gives us options on the shelf.
So we're going to do a new kit, a V2 kit for basically all E36 models that will be available soon, hopefully. But essentially that's just going to be a bolt-on kit and then a different bolt-on thing that we've already done at the rear. Wheels-wise, we're going to change. They're not too bad, these. I just don't...
I don't know, it's a weird wheel, this is. I feel like I should like it.
Yeah, I know.
But I've never seen a car that I like them on.
No, it's kind of a super touring vibe, but it doesn't really look... I mean, James isn't a big fan of black wheels, but I think black wheels will look absolutely sick on this. We've got something coming that's kind of a temporary measure. We'll probably ultimately end up fitting works on it of some kind. But yeah, we're just keen to get James out on track in it as soon as possible, really, aren't we?
Yeah, get it back in one place.
I mean, I mentioned you with M3s, but actually James used to have 2 M3s. Yeah. Very, in fact, did he have 3?
Yeah, touring.
Yeah, so we had a converted 3-litre M3 Touring,
nice.
purple one back in the day that was really
fancy.
fancy.
And then he had the white one.
And then
the white Evo.
Yeah, we had the white Evo, which was a car that looked way better than it actually was, which is, I mean, it drove.
Well, the thing, I have this problem with these now. It's the fact that now I've looked at them and it seems a rough one's £20,000. I don't know how you hand over that amount of money for one.
Exactly.
They are rough underneath.
And that is a reoccurring theme throughout a lot of stuff that we look at. We sort of reminisce over stuff that we used to own back in the day that, you know, big part of our lives that we absolutely love. And we know what we paid for it back then. And the prices of stuff like this now. We have bought M3s for £3,500. What was yours?
3,800 quid.
Yeah,
you could get cheaper.
Exactly. That was for a nice one. Yours was actually really nice. So, like Jay says, now that we're looking at sort of approaching 20,000 quid for one.
And they're what, 15 years older and 15 years rustier.
Yep.
And they were questionable 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You gotta. I don't know how you do it.
No,
to be honest,
I don't know. Well, we had to take a pretty big leap on this one, and obviously it's by no means a minter.
No, it's had some part of the sills and jacking points replaced, which looks like a reasonable job. But again, if you're paying that much money, how are you doing it?
It's madness, isn't it?
It's not the same once you cut it up.
Yeah. Exhaust is pretty nice on it. It's what is it? Is
it Super Sprint?
No, it's no. It's
what is it? Scorpion.
Scorpion. That's the one. Yeah, old school. Yeah, it's Scorpion. I'm certain of it.
It's not bad on this actually. The Scorpion on 328 and it was unbearable.
It was super drony, wasn't it?
But this is not bad.
No, this actually sounds really nice. Not that I've driven it in total anger, but you know, just moving it around here and everything, it seems pretty nice. Slight admission, one that you've heard from us before. We've already started working on this and we got sort of a few days into it and thought, oh yeah, we're supposed to pick up the camera to do this thing called YouTube. So yeah, we've already started messing with stuff. James has already he's very keen and yeah, already ordered a load of bits. I mean, we've got with some guidance, I might add.
Yeah, we've got the generic GT2 wing, which I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the world.
Well, you prefer the other one, don't you?
I don't mind this as a low mount.
Yeah.
I don't like the riser blocks, and I like them with no wing.
Do you?
That's my favourite. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not so much into that. I don't think.
Yeah.
If it was decked, then yeah. But I mean, in a fully functional.
I mean, I like the
Trackcar
Super Touring wing, but you got to be pretty committed for that.
That's the one. Yeah, absolutely. It's a different vibe. But we've had that on the white Evo before, haven't we? And it looked really nice. So we're probably going to go with that and tune as we feel we need to.
I think it's going to get the GT front corner splitters, not the whole thing, because we've had those in the past and snapped them in half in the past.
Yeah, I mean regularly snap them in half as well.
Sticky out and low to the floor. It's going to come off. The car's going to be lower when it's on 17s anyway. Yes,
I forgot to say we're moving to 17s, and that's what we use on the E30 as well, is 17-inch setup. Unfortunately, we can't get these work MCOs anymore. That would be a very, very good look on this car. But yeah, we're going to go with something that's available pretty quickly. There's a big
standard Recaro seat.
Yes.
We've got over there to go in it.
Yeah, we've still got the Yaris seats for sale, the Recaro SPGs as a set with the Yaris rails, but I do have the SPG normal size that I took out of the E30 driver's seat here, because I've changed that to one with the wings. So we're going to put that in here. We probably will have a matching set, but yeah, this is a Seatbelt something or other.
We'll change the generic China steering wheel for
is that what it is?
Or a personal.
Yeah, all of this stuff in stock at Driftworks, eh?
Yeah.
And yes, we've got a few issues that we're dealing with at the moment.
Standard M3 problems.
So what have you been doing this morning?
Quickly changing the rocker cover gasket, but as anyone with S50s knows, I'll show you where we are with this. Right, so we're at this point, and we've realised that we've got thread in that hole, and that hole.
Out of how many holes?
I can't remember, it's 15 or 16, so we just need to simply helicoil 13 holes.
It's got those horrible little, they hold the rubber thing in, don't they, as well?
Yeah, these, and And they are very easy to strip.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, it's a very, and that's, yeah,
M6
very tiny thread.
Things, but yeah, it's a bit of a...
So yeah, we knew when we bought it had a leak.
There was 2 missing completely.
Yeah.
And now I've taken it apart, there's 13 that need a thread.
There was some other things that needed sorting. I can't remember.
I can't remember.
No.
The main thing was just an oil leak down there, but hopefully it's just a rocker cover.
And there's some sort of stuff to sort underneath, like there's no under trays and there's a
no air ducts on the front.
There's a dangling oil cooler and some stuff like that. What else is that? Brakes. It's got like a D2 kit. I think that's what it is.
D2s,
I think it's something like that. Yeah. Which they're a cheaper kit, but they actually do work really well with decent pads in them. And as I say, this car's been used on track a lot. And has it got Porsche? Yeah, it's got Porsche Brembos on the back or something. Is it Evo Brembos on the back?
Like that.
Yeah.
Those or whatever 2-piston are they Brembo thing?
Yeah. And we don't know whether it's got any fuel system upgrades.
I don't think.
You do have to generally do that, don't you?
I wouldn't imagine it has. There's nothing obvious on top.
Yeah, so we might go for the twin pump thing.
Yeah, I know people say it doesn't work, but it worked perfect in mine.
Yeah, it made a big difference in yours.
Yeah.
And
I know the smell probably better, but it's just misery and it stinks.
Yeah, it does. I mean, the E30 is relentlessly stinky, isn't it?
I don't know, people just say do it in Teflon line, but it still stinks.
Yeah.
Just, if you put fuel in your car, it stinks.
Yeah.
Inside the cabin, it stinks.
Are we going to do a shifter on this as well? We're
talking about it, talking about getting a Cooler Works or whatever the generic brand is these days.
Yeah, I think the question is, what do people use that, people use hard on track days? I'm a bit out of the loop with stuff like that. Is the one that's super reliable, that's not going to snap off when James does the money shift.
Savage.
not as savage as our mate Dan, who's actually had a gear knob through the back window, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's shooting them off there. He's going pressed on. I mean, it needs a gear knob because that one is particularly
disgusting.
wrong.
Yeah. But yeah, that probably about covers where we're up to for now. We're waiting for some helicals to fix the engine, the rocker cover, and a few other bits to turn up, but then we might actually show you us working on a car.
I'll put the coilovers on, won't we, and the wheels and stuff.
Rather than just talking about it. But I thought we'd better intro it to the channel before we got too far down the only slightly slippery slope on this one. We're not going nuts, as I say. It's kind of mostly bolt-on and fixes for reliability.
Well, you can only make an E36 worse.
It's true, isn't it? It is true.
The more you buy on, the worse it gets.
Yeah, definitely.
Same with most cars.
Yeah, it pretty much is. It's taken us, 25 years of modifying cars to work that out.
Don't. Anyway, see you next time.
Yeah, catch you in a bit. Bye.